Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our end of the market update for May the 13th of 2021. So we have been seeing a push and pullback in the markets. Yesterday we saw a big red day. Today we see a relief rally. So what does this mean for us? How are we going to tackle this market coming into tomorrow, end of the week, and next week? So sometimes I like to zoom out when we come into these corrective moves and take a look at where we are within the whole price structure, within the wave count, starting from the March lows, okay? And so in front of us, we have the QQQs. What I foresee happening here is that if we take a look at the wave count quickly here, from the March lows of COVID crisis, we went up in 1, down in 2 in the intermediate degree. We then saw this big rally up in the wave 3, corrective move into the wave 4. Now we are what appears to be the final fifth wave in the minor degree of the intermediate degree of primary degree wave 1. So the way I'm looking at this here, this wave structure, is that we went up in 1 in the minor degree, down in 2, up in 3, and now we are making this flat correction, or this running flat correction, in the wave 4. Now if this is in fact a running flat, which I believe it is, right, based on the wave structure, because as you know, if running flat correction is composed of this 335 substructure, okay? And so the unique thing about a flat is that the B wave can oftentimes go above the origin of the wave A, then the C wave decline can go below the origin of the extreme of wave A. So if this is the case of a flat, the wave A started here, right, when we ended in the wave 3, then wave B ran slightly above it, if you see there on my cursor, and now we're heading on lower. Excuse me. So the structure of a running flat composes of 3 waves, and we have 3 waves here: 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, or ABC and ABC. And now we're making 5 waves down. Okay. Before we dive into this area here, let's take a look at our traditional indicators. Okay. So zooming in, the orange line is the 50-day simple moving average, and the red line is the 200-day. So we broke below the 50-day simple moving average on May the 10th, and we're now attempting to break up to at least retest it. But I don't believe that may be the case. I believe that we may be able to hover around here, okay, which would be the case for a wave 4, right? Because we're looking at this as wave 1, up in 2, down in 3, up in 4. So we may hang out around here for a couple, for a day or two, I don't know, time will tell, before we roll over into the wave 5 of C of wave 4, before we head on higher. Now, a potential target for this would be the bottom of this trend channel. So the bottom of this trend channel is taken from the intermediate wave degree 3 to the intermediate degree wave 4, projected between those 2 points, and you get a theoretical finish of the wave 4 here into the wave 5 above. That's a Elliott wave technique, and I encourage you guys to go and read on it. This usually gives you a good indication as to where each wave can finish, depending on how you're looking at it. If you can point out 2 of the waves, let's say wave 3 and wave 4, you can connect those 2 points and you get a parallel channel. Or in this case, the 2, 3, and 1. Okay, now let's take a look at our other indicators here, the MACD. So the MACD is already crossed below the 0 line, okay, and the histogram keeps on ticking lower. Our averages are moving lower, so this is also indicative of a further down move. However, what's kind of throwing me into the idea that we will be hovering over in the wave 4 is the fact that we found support in the RSI. So as you noted here, the RSI came into a support at the 34 level. So once we found support, we started hovering over, so the RSI may start pushing up a little bit higher before we roll over. So that's sort of the clues that I'm picking up coming into tomorrow and the next week, in order for us to determine if in fact we're going to head on lower. Again, once we head on lower, we will retest this 200-day simple moving average, at which point it will come in around the 300, 303 area. Let's take these guys off and let's move down to a 1-hour time frame. So in the 1-hour time frame, as I mentioned to you guys, a running flat. Okay, so in minor degree wave 3 finished here on the February highs, and now we go down in A, up in B, down in C. This is our 3 waves. Now wave A finished here, which I need to label. Let's take a look. Let's just label it here like this. For next video I'll fix it. Actually no, let's do it right now. Why not? So wave A, up in B. Actually no, I have it. Yeah, there you go. My apologies guys. So in the 45-minute time frame. So 3 waves down in A, up in B, down in C, wave A in the minute degree to form the first leg down, then A, B, and C to form wave B. So as you can see, right, we surpassed the high, the origin of wave A, or the highs of this wave 3. So that's sort of the first clue into what appears to be a flat correction, a running flat. Now we're making our leg lower in the 5 waves. Okay, so what we have here is that this is the bottom trend channel that I pointed out to you guys earlier, and I have a 302 or 302.50 area for a potential bottom in the Nasdaq. Once we complete this, we head on higher. So let's review this wave count. Zooming in here, what we have here is that we're down in 1, up in 2. We're still making our way down into the wave 3 support. Okay, wave 3 can come in anywhere between the 309 to the 308 area. So this fib levels are taken. Let's redraw them let's redraw them. So wave 3 in this degree can be found by taking an extension from the wave 1 to the wave 2, and oftentimes, or most often than not, wave 3 is 100% extension. So as you can see here, wave 3 actually finished. Okay, so if wave 3 finished, then we are hovering over on the wave 4. Wave 4 cannot go beyond the origin or the territory of wave 1 as one of the Elliott wave guidelines. So we're down in finish wave 3. So up in A, down in B, down up in C to complete wave 4. So let's take a look at this retracement. So wave 4 would need to finish at the 38.2% retracement. So I have that here, which comes in at the 323 spot 76. Okay, so until we don't see a finish in the wave 4 or a break below the wave 3, then we can determine where wave 4 was finished, and then we can establish a theoretical target for the wave 5. But as of now, I have this level or this bottom trend channel to complete the wave 4. Okay, so again, 1, 2, 3, up in 4, and now we're gonna head on lower in 5 waves to down in 5. So this seemed to be more of a sideways move in the wave 2, ABC, and this thing here, this wave 4 should be a more sideways. This was a direction. I'm sorry, a direction of wave 2. This will be more sideways wave 4. So this is exactly the guideline of alternation at play. In the event that we go above wave 1, then we'll take it from there, which will invalidate this whole wave count, and we'll need to recount this again. But overall, I do believe that we're still going down as we broke below from our previous wave count here, right? Our bullish interpretation, where we had wave 1 here, and we were looking at 324 spot 20 to be the line in the sand, if you will, for the wave for a support or a bounce higher, but it broke below it, so it invalidated. And since that was an invalidated wave count, then that is why we are counting this one here. Okay guys, so that's the Nasdaq. Let's go over to the S&P, where the S&P seems to be a little bit more bullish in my opinion. So taking you over to the higher time frame to review the daily time frame to review the overall wave structure. Let's shut off our indicators here and let's take a look. So from the March lows, we go up in 1 in the intermediate degree, down in 2, up in 3, down in 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're heading on higher in the minor degree wave 1 of intermediate degree wave 5. Sorry, minor degree wave 5 of intermediate degree wave 5 of primary degree wave 1. So this wave 2 can technically finish anywhere. I haven't established a move here yet until we finish here, but I anticipate that this wave 2 will be the overall trading session for the summer months. And as you know, summer can be a big drag and a slow. Okay, so let's take a look at our moving averages to see where we are. So zooming in here, we see coming from yesterday that we held the 50-day simple moving average as support, and now we're trading between the 20-day and the 50-day. We can get a squeeze here, okay, and once we get a squeeze, we can potentially head on higher. So the way I'm looking at this, guys, is that we potentially finished the wave 4, right? 1, 2, 3, wave 4 here. Invalidation comes in at 398.05. So if we head on lower just slightly, ever so slightly, then we must hold this, like in the Nasdaq or in the QQQs. This is the line in the sand. If we invalidate this level, then of course this would be a running flat again, like in the S&P, sorry, like in the Nasdaq, and we will head on lower. Now, taking you guys, shutting this off, taking you guys down to the 45-minute time frame, this is what I'm talking about. So the fib levels here, the 38.2, sorry, in blue, is the extension of wave 2 to wave 3 to give us the wave 4 pullback. So it came exactly at support at the 44.84, and it found volume to take us higher. Now, this could be the wave count, okay? The wave count here suggests that this was the A, B, and C, and we've completed wave 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If this is in fact the end of this correction, then the way I'm looking at this, guys, is that this is up in 1, down in 2, up in 1 again, down in 2, into a nesting, and then we're going to head on higher. But we first need to break this level here, 411, okay, 411.29 or 412. So otherwise, if this is not the case, if we reject this, okay, then the way I'm looking at this is that this was down in 1, up in 2, down in 3. Not even so, because see, this invalidated the wave count, as I talked to you guys yesterday. By the fact that we move above or beyond the territory of wave 1, if this was supposed to be wave 1 here, up in 2, 3, and 4, then no. So I'm more confident in that the S&P is now bottomed. Okay, the S&P has now bottomed, because also take a look at this, guys. This extension here of wave 1 compared to wave 3. Sorry, this extension, yeah, from wave 2 down to 3 up to 4 gives us a 100% of 4 or 5 in the wave 5. Okay, and so yeah, this seems to be a little bit more in the positive side. We also found support in the previous wave 4. Do I have that drawn out? No, but see, take a look. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to finish this wave 3 degree. So oftentimes you'll find that the previous wave 4s in the smaller degrees tend to be some sort of support for the next degree in the for the next structure in the higher degree. So how am I gonna look at this coming into Friday? I'm gonna see if we can hold this level, the 410.57, the 411.30, and if that's the case, then yeah, this will confirm this wave count, and we are going to head on higher in the wave 5 to complete this whole cycle. So in other words, we are near the top of this market before we head on lower into the primary degree wave 2 for both the S&P and the QQQs. So once we finish here, we should be able to see some consolidation, some correction before we head on higher in the primary degree wave 3, which will be the wave count that we will be waiting. All right, guys, so as always, I do appreciate your time. Consider subscribing to the channel. Consider joining the Discord group where we provide Elliott wave analysis every single day for the S&P, the Nasdaq, the 10-year yield, individual charts, whatever you want. We provide it. We have it there. We have a group of traders who enjoy trading with patience and who are eager to keep on growing as a community. So as always, I thank you for your time, and I shall see you guys tomorrow. Take care.